Welcome to the AudPod, where we're talking Kitchener Rangers hockey with the oddballs themselves, Andrew and Justin. Take it away, fellas.
Welcome to the inaugural, I know how to say a word, inaugural episode of the AudPod. We're a couple of oddballs. Kim here.
Oddballs. Love it. That's off the cuff, baby.
Andrew and I have been hockey rivals for, how long have we known each other? Almost 15 years? 15 years?
No.
2008?
No.
When did we meet? No, 2012.
2012.
So
yeah.
12 years. So we've known each other for 12 years.
Yeah.
Andrew.
It felt like 15, though.
Yeah, I felt like 20. That's what I said initially. Andrew, die-hard Oilers fan.
Die hard. Like had season tickets through the decade of darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I am a die-hard Flames fan.
You are.
Like, to the core. But we have put that to the side.
We're trying to.
Because
now we live in we'll just call it the Tri-Cities area.
Yeah,
of
the KWC.
The KWC. No one says that.
No.
They should.
They should, because I am in the C.
They might now because of this.
We're starting a trend.
Mm-hmm.
And you live in the K.
I do. And I work in the dub.
In the dub.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I work in the T, but
No. We don't talk about
we're not going to talk about that. I work from home from the
We
C.
can collectively cheer against the T.
The T is for sure one of our bonding points.
That's true.
We don't cheer for the T.
We don't like the T.
No. So we got the KW, the C, and no T, and we totally fell in love with the Kitchener Rangers. I know it wasn't your first game, but the first game I went to was with you, and it was a crazy blowout. We were 5 minutes left in the third period, and I think the Rangers were up 5 or 6-1.
Yeah.
And it was right before the playoffs.
Yeah.
This was 2 years ago.
It was, yeah. It was like the peak of the playoff push.
It would have been 23 playoffs.
Yeah.
So we were at the odd.
Mm-hmm.
Rangers, I don't remember who they were playing, destroying the opposition.
Yeah. I think it was Flint. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe it was Flint.
Something like
Yeah.
Flint.
Destroying the competition.
Yeah.
So we went up, you were like, oh, I want to show you, they have the cool memorabilia area.
Yes.
They have the Kadri jersey.
Yes.
They got some stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I definitely want to see that. So we got up, we went, and then your wife was also at the game. She was not with us, she was with a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And so we walked around to go see, and the opposite team hit Flint. We'll say Flint.
Flint.
Yeah,
it was Flint.
Because they scored 3 goals.
They tied it up.
And then they tied it. We were standing there. They tied it. The odd had been going ballistic.
Which it always does.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And I realized that's why we wanted to name the podcast after the odd, because the atmosphere is electric. Every person I've taken there to see a game has immediately been like, I'm in.
It's insane. And it's at NHL, second or third round playoff game atmosphere on a Friday night.
It is. On a Friday night, you can't beat it. It's so exciting. And the boys respond to that. You can tell that the energy is there.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of sort of grew up. I won't say grew up. I was a late teenager, 16, 17, 18, 19, when the Oil Kings came to Edmonton, and the atmosphere was just not the same.
Yeah.
It's they only packed half that barn.
Yeah. The odd is full all the time.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The fans are awesome. Everybody talks to you. You're at the game. You're not wearing a jersey. People talk to you.
The ushers talk to you.
The ushers tell you.
People are just excited to be there.
Yeah, they're talking about the young guys who are coming up. They're talking about the superstars on the team. It's an amazing energy. So yeah, this is what we fell in love with. We were like, this is amazing.
Which was great because we are rival fans.
Yeah.
And we needed to bond over something other than the hatred of the T.
Andrew and I also play a ton of fantasy hockey together.
We do.
So it is we talk rival all the time. So this is our bonding point. This is truly where we've come together, even though we've been good friends for 12 to 27 years.
27, 28,
29, 30,
31.
So yeah, that's the origin story of us and why we're here. We got some Rangers in our teams right now. So you got Jeff Skinner, I got Nazem Kadri,
Yeah.
Hunter Bursavage, repping the jersey right now.
Yeah, last year we had Paul Coffey behind the bench.
This podcast, what we want to do is we want to talk about the games.
We do.
We want to talk about games that have happened, games that are going to happen.
Yeah.
We also really want to talk about like the community and the fans and stuff like that. So
We want to talk about the history.
we definitely want to talk about the history.
Yeah.
We're in preseason right now. Honestly, neither of us have watched any preseason games.
No, although I have seen that it has been 5 straight shootout wins.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what the statistical odds would be for that to happen, but I mean, it's so on brand. It's so on brand for the Odd and for the Rangers and for the OHL, which is just phenomenal hockey. If you're not paying attention to it, it is just so good.
I saw the stat the other day that they have not been in a shootout in 2 seasons. They have not gone to a regular season shootout in 2 years, and they've gone to 5 in the five straight in the only 5 preseason games.
And they play the Steelheads on Saturday.
Oh, nice.
And honestly, like, come on, guys, you gotta go to a shootout.
Straight.
Six. We
straight.
won 6.
6 in a movie? I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's what we want to talk about. We haven't watched any of the games yet, but that's going to be probably our next episode, is that we're going to focus on...
We're going to break down those games and break down kind of like the team and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
In the next episode. This is going to be more an introductory episode.
Yeah, we were going to kind of look at the roster for this season.
That would be great.
Then at least we know the names. We're still in preseason, so there's guys that we don't that probably won't make the team. There's too many guys on the roster right now to make it up a team. Also, there's not enough centers. I don't know if you've seen that.
That's not good. Centers are not important.
Look, where's the center depth?
More wingers. It seems like it's a bit of a rebuilding year.
Yeah, that's what I gather. We're going to break down that Carson Rakoff trade probably in the next episode or something like that. 10 draft picks for a player.
It's the NBA.
A player that might not even play.
It's the NBA of hockey, right?
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Sometimes the NBA trades, you see the crazy draft picks.
Yeah.
This is the OHL. They're like, you know what? We got to have them. And you're like, you know what? You just got to keep giving us picks. And honestly, I feel like it's that awesome thing about the OHL is that teams go all in.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Well, there's no point because you only have like a 3-year window with any one player.
Much like the like college in the US or college sports, it's very similar that way that you there's a finite, there's an age limit. I guess we should talk about that a little bit too.
Yeah,
that's some of the rules.
Yeah.
Just in the sense of like, obviously if you're listening or watching, you're probably a fan and you probably know, but we don't want to assume.
Yeah.
So you cannot be over the age of 20. What do they call them? Overagers after 18, right?
Yes, yeah.
So
basically their last eligible year to play in the OHL is an overager.
Yeah.
I think you're only allowed a certain amount of them. Is that right?
That sounds...
Or maybe it's the 16-year-old. Anyway, so and
we don't have to look that up.
So Andrew and I, a part of this as well is that we are going to learn about this league while we learn more, like while we're talking about these games, where we're watching the games, we're going to actively learn more about this. And we want you to come along with the journey with us.
We're not afraid to say we don't know.
We don't know.
Now, there are some things we do know.
Yeah.
But we don't know everything about the L.
So want to talk about a roster? Let's look at the forwards. So returning forwards. One thing I definitely don't know is how to pronounce all these names, but I'm going to say them confidently, like I do know what they are.
Okay.
Adrian Misajevic.
I can almost guarantee that that's wrong because I can't even place what that name looks like on paper.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Cameron Arquette. So Adrian's a right winger. Arquette is also a right winger. I saw somewhere he might play C, so that could be important.
Okay, that is promising.
Cameron Mercer, also a center.
And where, if you don't mind, where are some of these kids from?
No idea.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I thought you had the roster in front of you.
Oh, actually, I do. Adrian Misajevic.
Okay, that sounds almost more wrong.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
He's from Woodbridge.
Oh, there you go. So
are your in-laws from Woodbridge?
That's where they live.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cameron Arquette is from Wheatley.
Okay.
Luke Elenas, one of my favorites.
Toronto boy. We won't hold that against you.
Yeah.
Luke. But what's funny is Luke is a Ottawa Senator. And he was invited to the camp, the rookie camp.
Oh, so I had it in my notes.
It's exciting.
See, I didn't write down where they're from, but
that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I'll add in where they're from.
Yeah, great. Okay. Then we got Matthias Stark.
Yeah, Matthias.
Matthias.
Let's go with that.
Stark.
That's a strong name.
It is.
He's a lefty shooter. He's 6 feet. He's from Toronto. Another Toronto boy.
A little from the T.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got Tanner Lamb, right winger.
Tanner Lamb, he was with the team last year as well. He's a right.
Returning.
Yeah.
That was noted at the beginning.
That's true. Hug life.
Hug life. What else do you need to know?
Hug life.
He's a left winger. He's great.
He's right winger on my stat. So yeah.
So
either way, he's a righty. I think
he's a winger.
He can play anywhere.
I think he might play center because they need him.
Honestly, yeah.
Do you see how many C's are on that forward list?
And he's a Hamilton boy, and I don't think. Of course, he's a Hamilton boy.
Yeah, Hamilton. Yeah, of course, he's the bug life.
Yeah.
The only one left of the point per gamers from last season.
Yeah.
Trent Swick.
And I was broken. Well, I was happy for the kid, but my heart was broken when he was drafted by the Knights because I thought he was a great later round pick,
right?
And he's a big dude, 6'6". And he's got a mean streak in him, like he plays rough.
Yeah,
and I just hope if he does get a chance to go play for a contending team, if the Rangers are not as strong this year, that would be good for him.
Yeah,
but at the same time, he'll be a leader if he stays
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, then we got Justin Botanu, right winger. And Luca Romano, also a right winger. And then not a rookie, but also playing for the team this year is Matthew Halakar.
Yeah.
They signed him as a free agent from St. Catherine Falcons.
Oh, wow.
That's where he played last season.
Wow, he's a big kid too.
Yeah, he's good.
6'3", 205, lefty. Yeah, okay.
38 points in 48 games last season. Yeah, a lot of these guys, it felt like last season they were playing maybe lower in the lineups, and that there's a big opportunity to move up.
Absolutely, yeah. There's
obviously
a lot of ice time.
Yeah, obviously we're going to talk about rookies, but they can only take so many rookies in a season anyways. So we're not going to see all of those rookies. So a lot of these guys, I think, are going to see significant point increases this season because somebody's got to score.
Somebody has to score.
Yeah, it happens.
Allegedly.
Don't ask the San Jose Sharks how that goes. Moving on to defense, El Capitan.
There he is.
Matthew Andonovsky.
What? What?
Didn't you hear me? What did you hear?
Time.
No, I said it perfectly.
I heard Matthew Andonovsky, which
might be what I said. Definitely not.
At 6'2", 200, you better not.
I want to get.
You better not think that he hears this. So.
Yeah, you should probably say it.
Yeah, Matthew Andonovsky, the captain,
El Capitan.
He has been there. He's been here again. He's another guy who's been here since I've been watching.
Yeah,
he's just getting more ice time. He's getting better. He's getting bigger and stronger every year. He plays that kind of a physical game. It's not like pretty the way that like Hunter was.
Yeah,
in a way.
Yeah,
but it's like he's a leader. So.
He's a leader. Yeah. Little pop quiz for you.
Okay.
Do you know what he led the team in last season?
Ice time.
Nope.
Pims.
Nope. The worst stat of all. Plus minus.
Hey, somebody's got to do it.
Plus 58.
Wow.
Like,
okay,
like plus minus is a thing where it's like, if you're plus 3, I'm like, whatever.
Well, yeah.
But when you're plus 58, you were on the ice for some goals, and you didn't let up anything as a defenseman.
He's the Matthias Ekholm of the team.
How do you say his name?
Stop. I was thinking about Stark, our friend Stark from earlier.
Okay, then we got Carson Campbell returning. All these guys are
from Campbellford, Ontario.
No way, really?
Yeah.
No way.
Carson Campbell from Campbellford. Now, if that is not the Canadian dream, you hear a lot about the American dream, but Carson Campbell from Campbellford, Ontario,
do you think
is the pinnacle of Canadiana?
Okay, next up, we got a high Kitchener draft pick here.
Oh, yeah, round 1.
Cameron Reid.
Number 10 overall, Cameron Reid.
And unless I misunderstand everything, I have seen Cameron Reid's name on some NHL prospect draft lists for the 2025 draft.
Beautiful. Good for him.
Yeah, he's been he hasn't maybe cracked the top sort of 50 because that's kind of where we're at right now is for prospecting.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely as a notable player, he's been popping up. So Cameron Reid, looking forward to watching him. I honestly have no idea how these defensemen are going to pan out, but I think this is some pretty solid guys to put on the top of your defensive core.
I feel like every year that we've watched, which is the last couple years, defense seems like a point of strength. I think that it's the OHL, So there's games where it's 6.
It's a little scrambly.
Right, it's scrambly.
Yeah.
But it seems like the Kitchener Rangers kind of have, like, at the very least, they have a bit of like a steady Eddie kind of scenario going on.
Yeah, for sure. Some might say kind of like the Calgary Flames of the OHL.
I'm not going to say that.
Definitely not the Oilers of the OHL.
Definitely not the Oilers. I will say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Justin Schultz when you need him? Schultz out here catching strays.
Max,
Do the go, Thanks for going on that journey with me. All right, married into an Italian family. Diacolo, you're 6'4", you're 216, you're from Barrie, Ontario. Man, this kid is going to be a physical leader, a physical presence on the D.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
And Andrew McNeil. Notable of these defensemen, Campbell and McNeil, both right shot defensemen. So like,
Right.
You know, so that...
Oh, they're a little light on the right shot.
Yeah, they are a little light. So I suspect that those two guys will probably get a higher shot at being higher up the lineup just based on that. So we'll see how that goes. Only one returning goalie this season is our friend, Mr. Jackson Parsons.
I love this kid.
Yeah, he's so great.
I think this kid is like, he can be a goalie at the highest level. I'm not saying he's going to be a star in the NHL. I'm saying he can be a goalie at the highest level.
You know who he reminds me of? Jake Allen.
Hey, that's Jake Allen had a long career.
Okay,
He's also in camp.
What?
He's also in camp, L.A.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, there's a few of them, actually. I've got the list. After we finish the thing, we'll quickly say this is who's in camp. But
Yeah, for sure. Goalies, of course, are always slow. Actually, I was hearing that I was listening to the OHL podcast. Is it weird to, on an inaugural podcast, to talk about another podcast?
No.
I was listening to the OHL podcast today, and they were talking about how maybe there's some rumblings about expanding the age limit on goalies because they take so much longer to develop. So they kind of get stuck, right?
They do. I think a lot of goalies' careers kind of flame out pretty quick because there's not a lot of nets.
Correct.
Right? There's only one net on each team, and it's like you can only get so many games.
Yeah.
And the one positive thing for goalies is that now at like the highest level, NHL, and even like, you know, like you look at the AHL and the ECHL, they're most of them are tandems because it's too much work.
Now the rookies. So I'm going to kind of fly through these. I'm going to stop on one for sure.
Yeah.
Avery Anstises, right winger. Forward. The top.
Yeah. Anstis.
Weston Cameron. Also, there are so many Camerons on this team.
There are.
First and last name.
Cameron Arquette, Cameron Mercer, Weston Cameron.
Yeah.
Another Cameron Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Cameron 04 through 07, really popular Cameron time. And then Evan Hedrick.
Oh,
man, it's a real shame. Like, high hopes for him. He broke his wrist.
Wrists. He's very young.
Yeah, he's 16.
It's a bummer for his development.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much ice time he would have gotten anyway.
True. But you want to get those reps in.
Yeah, and, you know, I mean, I'll take a glass half full. He's 5'7", 150.
Yeah.
He's a 2008 baby, like January 2008. Think that while he's rehabbing the wrist, he can put on a few pounds.
Yeah.
He might even grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, that's how young
16,
these kids are.
For sure.
You know? So.
Yeah, and when we're talking about these guys, like, we're definitely we know they're kids, but they're also professionals, like
semi-pros, I think.
Semi-pros?
Is technically what they are.
Is that what they are?
Yeah, but
yeah, there's like a professional feature in their eye line.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we want to treat them like that, but also we also know that some of them are 16.
Yeah, exactly. Very young. Yeah.
Jake LaBrache. What did I just see about him? He seems like he's
Jack LaBrache, yeah.
Oh,
6'5", 196. Hello.
Yeah.
That's a future.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, that's a kid.
How old is he? Is he 2008 or
2007, March.
Oh, yeah, that's a big kid.
That's a big guy. Yeah.
Okay, then we got Caden Schneider, Alexander Bilecki, right shot defenseman,
who I'm really excited about.
Yeah.
That's when I see a right shot defenseman on the Kitchener Rangers and they need right shot defenseman.
Yeah,
everybody needs right shot defenseman, and he was drafted high.
Yes, he was.
I'm excited.
You know, obviously we can't make it through, like all the rookies, like they're not going to make the team.
Yeah.
But that's a third pairing right shot D that you might need there.
I think you need him.
Yeah.
He's 2008 born in May, so he's young.
Yeah.
But you need him.
Yeah, and he's big.
Yeah.
He's big already.
Yeah.
All right. Owen Edwards, goalie is.
Yeah. And he's 6'3", so there's some size there.
Yeah.
Which is usually what they're looking for. And right now, the screen I'm looking at says shoots right, but I'm wondering if that's catches. That's interesting. If they have a lefty catch Parsons and a righty catch Owen Edwards, because that's just an interesting thing for other teams to go up against.
The last goalie is Jason Schabel. That's
Very young as well.
Yeah, super young.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, these are all rookies just in camp. So we'll see out of these guys who sticks around. I don't even know what happens. Like in the NHL, if a player doesn't make camp, they go to the AHL, or they might get sent back to their OHL team or another.
Yeah, well, they can't go back to Bantam.
Yeah,
right, because that's a low.
Yeah. So what do you get? Where do you go? This is something we can look up.
We can look this up.
Yeah, but we don't have to answer this now.
No.
This is a question.
But there's different, right? There's junior A, there's junior B.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be going to junior B, but you'd be going maybe from major junior to junior A. I don't know. We'll find out.
So yeah, that's the roster.
Yeah.
That was kind of our goal for this episode. We wanted to lay down the roster, take a look, just sort of chat through them. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, who's in NHL training camps?
Yeah, we've got 6 Rangers officially heading to NHL rookie camps. We've got Andonovsky and Elena's in Ottawa. We got Swick in Vegas. We got Edouard Salé in Seattle.
Yeah.
Of course, who's no longer on the team.
He's no longer on the team.
But he is a Ranger.
Yeah,
him. Once a Ranger. Parsons is in LA, as I said before. And Diricolo is in Florida. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And of course, we got Brustavich in Calgary.
Yeah, he's a Wrangler. He signed with the Wranglers. Well, signed with the Wranglers.
Yeah.
He reported.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And, they're doing their training camp this week, so exciting. Hopefully it will go well.
That's really exciting.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to seeing his trajectory. I feel like he was a guy that I kind of glommed onto last year, over the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then, of course, he got traded to...
Well, it broke my heart when Vancouver drafted him.
Yeah.
And then it broke again when he was traded.
And that's when my heart doubled in size for the Rangers.
That's true. You grinched.
Yeah, I grinched. Next week, I think we're gonna dive into some of these preseason games.
Yeah.
We'll probably have a little bit of an update on the roster by then.
We're gonna answer the questions that we had.
Yeah.
As far as the things that we don't know.
Oh, I don't want to get into answer. I don't want to commit to answering all those questions. I have too many questions.
Well, about the ones that were said in the episode.
Oh.
And you know what? We're going to leave it right there.
Where do babies come from?
I just went through that. And honestly, you don't want to know. I am a changed man.
All right. Well, thank you very much for listening. Yeah, we're new. This is new. This is the inaugural episode. I said it 3 times, so now
you said it right.
Show up. Yeah, we're looking forward to engaging with the Rangers fan base. Like, I'm just excited about that, and we can't wait for the season to start. Like,
really excited.
That's really it.
That's it. That's what
we've been talking about this for a year, and now we're in it.
I want to go to a Friday night game at the Kitchener Memorial Auditorium.